numericals on Faraday's first law. Yesterday I told you they will give some reaction. Okay, you have to identify how much Faraday required, or in coulombs how much required. So that is one set of numerical that can be asked from the Faraday's which law? First law of electrolysis below. How many Faraday? First numerical. How many Faraday of electricity required? How many Faraday of electricity required to reduce below you write the reaction. Copper plus 2 takes 2 electrons and forms copper. How much Faraday required? What is your opinion about this? See here, plus 2 has almost become how much? 0, because elemental state oxidation number is always 0. So from plus 2 to 0, decrease is by how many units? Decrease by how many units? 2 units. Then how much Faraday required? 2 Faraday. Am I right? In coulombs, 2 into 96,500 coulombs. If this is confusing, see the electrons. How many electrons involved here? 2 electrons involved. 2 mole of electron involved. Then definitely how many Faraday required here? 2 Faraday. Required or no? Below. For the above reaction, we require. For the above reaction, we require 2 Faraday of electricity. We require 2 Faraday of which one? Electricity. Or 2 into 96,500 coulombs of electricity required. 2 into 96,500 coulombs of which is required, electricity is required. Is that right? Yes or no? So how do you identify Faraday? Change in oxidation number. Plus 2 has become how much? 0. Means change by how many units? 2 units. If change is by 2 units, then how many Faraday required? 2 Faraday. If change is by 3 units, then how many Faraday required? 3 Faraday. If change is by 1 unit, then how many Faraday required? 1 Faraday. If this is confusing, see the electrons. If 2 mole of electron involved, then 2 Faraday. 3 mole involved, then 3 Faraday. If electron is not involved, then you have to go for oxidation number only. This is already told in which class? Yesterday's. Told or no? Below. Repeat the same question. What is the question again? How many Faraday of electricity required how many Faraday of electricity required to convert? How many Faraday of electricity required to convert MnO4 minus 2 MnO2. Now see, electron is not given. MnO4 minus to which one? MnO2. So which oxidation number you have to calculate here? Underline Mn. These two you have to calculate. You already know how to calculate the oxidation number. Mn will take it as which one? X plus how many oxygen? 4 into minus 2 is equal to how much? Minus 1. Why? Because here minus 1 is there, we have taken minus 1. Oxygen minus 2. How many oxygens are there? 4. Then solve for x. X minus 8 is equal to minus 1. X must be how much? Plus 7. Correct? Well, if you got any doubts? Now, here this side you tell me how much is the Mn oxidation state. Underline Mn on that side also. Take Mn as which one? X. Look on the board. Plus. Tell how many oxygens are there on the right side? 2. 2 are there no here. 2 into minus 2 is equal to 0. Correct? So then x minus 4 is equal to 0. X must be plus 4. Now tell me, plus 7 has become plus 4. Then what is 7 minus 4? 3. Then how many Faraday required? 3 Faraday. Below you write, we require, all of you are getting 3 Faraday of electricity. We require 3 Faraday of electricity. In coulombs? In coulombs we tell 3 into 96,500 coulombs of electricity. We require 3 into 96,500 coulombs of which one? Electricity is required. All of you understood it. If electron given, directly you write. If electron not given, then calculate the oxidation number. Then you verify how many Faraday or how many coulombs of electricity is required. Any doubts here? So go through that quick. Similar kind of numerical we need to solve. Very easy once you understand it very properly. That is required first. So if electron is given, then directly how many electrons involved? No, those many Faraday required. If electron is not involved, then what do you do? Calculate oxidation number. Take the difference. Difference means what is 7 minus 4? 3. Then how many Faraday required? 3 Faraday of electricity. All of you understood? Shall we go for the next one? Take the next same question. How many Faraday of electricity required to convert? How many Faraday of electricity required to convert? There is a big reaction to be written. Very important, solid example of your NCERT textbook. Very easy one, already you know this. Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 14H plus 6 electrons giving 2Cr plus 3 plus 7H2O. Have you seen this reaction? Yes. In which topic? D and F block elements. Definitely you might have seen. Now tell me how many Faraday required? How many Faraday required? Directly you can tell. Why you are hesitating to tell the answer? Electron given or no? Electron given or no? How many electrons given? 6 electrons. Then how many Faraday required? 6 Faraday. Then you are hesitating to tell a simple answer. Underline here. Look. How many Faraday required? 6 Faraday. Then you tell below. We require 6 Faraday of which one? Electricity to carry out this reaction. If they ask in coulombs also, you write how much coulombs. We require 6 into 96,500 coulombs of electricity. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Right. Any doubts here? See, electron given, what do you do? Directly take electron as a reference. If electron not given, then only what do we do? Go for oxidation. Simple. I hope you understand it. Any difficulties? So this is one set of numericals on which Faraday's first one. Go with the second one. These are something different. One we solve, later onwards has to be solved from your side. Huh? One example we solve on the board together, and later onwards one practice has to be done from your side. That is another 2-mark question that comes from Faraday's first law of electrolysis, which is almost a short question because there is one example of your NCERT textbook. Okay, below question with the red ink. A solution of copper sulfate CuSO4, solution of copper sulfate is electrolyzed for 10 minutes, is electrolyzed for 10 minutes with a current of 1.5 ampere. The current of how much ampere? 1.5 ampere. The full stop. What is the amount of copper deposited at the cathode? Put a question mark. What is the amount of copper that is deposited at where? Cathode. Yesterday I have given. However, Faraday you pass. How much gram of substance is deposited? Yesterday note you check. Below 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 coulomb I have given. Below that 1 point given. However, amount of we pass, how much gram is substituted? Equivalent mass is substituted. Correct? So below given equivalent mass of copper is equal to 63 gram. See, this is they have given, you must remember. Huh? Hence, next numerical I will not give. What is equivalent mass of copper? 63 gram given. You pass 1 Faraday, 63 gram deposits. If you pass 2 Faraday, 63 deposits. If you pass n Faraday also, how much deposits? 63 only. Because however you pass, 63 gram only deposits. No. Now tell me, copper sulfate is electrolyzed. What is deposited? Copper deposits. Can I write in copper sulfate which ion is present? Cu plus 2 ion is present. Correct? So Cu plus 2 ion converts to which ion? Cu. This is in which phase? Aqueous phase. This is in which phase? Solid phase. Now this reaction is a reduction or oxidation? Reduction. Why? The word you see they are used is deposition. Reduction means plus 2 is converting to 0. Means how many electrons should be written on the left side? 2 electrons. Can I write 2 electrons now? Can I write 2 moles of electron is required? No. Then can you tell me for this reaction how many Faraday required? 2 Faraday. Why? 2 into 96,500 coulombs. Because 2 electrons involved. Then 2 Faraday deposits how much? 63. But how much coulomb given for us? 10 minutes given. How much ampere given? 1.5 ampere. Below you write this reaction. Copper plus 2 takes 2 electrons to form copper. Am I right? Then can you tell what is I given? Current? 1.5 ampere. Correct? Then time given in seconds or minutes? Minutes. How many minutes given? 10 minutes. Into which one? 60 seconds. Then how much seconds it is? Almost 600 seconds. Correct? Then what is Q? Q. I into T. Yesterday which formula? Faraday's which law? First law. What is I? 1.5 into 600 is almost 900 coulombs, correct? What is the C? Coulombs. This much coulomb given for us. Am I right or no? So below you write, we know. Can you tell me 2 into 96,500 coulombs deposits how much? See, for this reaction, how much Faraday required? You can look on the board, everyone. How much Faraday required for this reaction? 2 Faraday. 2 Faraday is nothing but 2 into 96,500 deposits how much? 63. Whether you pass 1 Faraday, 2 Faraday, n Faraday, also how much deposits? 63 gram. Then can you tell me 900 coulomb deposits how much? How do you calculate? Good. How do you calculate? Cross multiply. Then do it. Cross multiply and 2 into 96,000 deposits 63. Then 900 given for us. So deposits how much? Anybody? How do you calculate? That is equal to 900 coulomb into 63 gram divided by 2 into 96,500 coulombs. Coulomb will get cancelled. 900 into 63 divided by 2 into 96,500 is your answer. How much? Almost. I have done a calculation. You verify your answer. 0.2937 gram. This is a W. Put this in a box. Verify your answer with the calculator. You can use your mobile phones to calculate. I don't mind. 0.37. Correct. All of you got the numerical? Yes or no? See, 2 into 96,000 deposits how much? 63 gram. But for us, how much coulomb given? They are not given 96,500 coulomb. They are not given. But how much given? 900 coulomb. How do you got this 900 coulomb? I into T. Current I given 1.5 ampere. Time given 10 minutes. 10 minutes nothing but 600. 600 into 1.5 is as good. As good as which one? 900 coulombs. So 900 coulomb deposits how much? That is your cross multiplication answer. Side by the 2 right. A very important. How many mark question? 2 mark. Side by the right. Take 5 minutes time to go through the numerical what we have done. Then we go for the next numerical. Just changing the values. I will give it. Copied every one of you. It's very important. Side of the right. Very important 2 mark question from the Faraday's first law. Then we solve one more numerical and go for Faraday's second law. Done? Go for the second numerical. A current of 2.68 ampere. Current of 2.68 ampere is passed for 1 hour through an aqueous solution of copper sulfate. Through an aqueous solution of copper sulfate. But stop. Calculate mass of copper deposited at where? Cathode. Deposition takes place at where? Cathode only. Now I will not give any equivalent mass of copper. You know already how much it is? 63 gram. Try to write the reaction. How much Faraday required? Identify the Q. You try from your side by taking 2 or 3 minutes time. Then we will solve it. Same reaction, no change. Any answers? Three point or is the right? 3 point? Right. So what is the reaction? Anybody? Cu plus 2 takes how many electrons? 2 electrons to form which one? In which state? Copper plus 2 in aqueous state, because they are present in solution, no? Now tell for this how many Faraday required? 2 Faraday. Correct? So what is given? I 2.68 ampere. Time given? 1 hour into how many minutes? 60 minutes into 60 seconds. Almost 3600 seconds. Then what is Q? Quantity. I into T. 2.68 into 3600 seconds. Now 9648 coulomb. Correct? Now tell me, 2 into 96,500 coulomb deposits how much? 63 gram. Why 63 gram only? Because it is equivalent mass. Next, 9648 coulomb deposits how much? Question mark. Correct? So that is will be equal to W is equal to 9648 coulomb into 63 gram divided by 2 into 96,500 coulomb. Coulomb will get cancelled. W final answer 3.149 gram. All of you got the same? Any doubts and difficulties with the Faraday's which law? First rule. Come on, what does it states? Amount of substance deposited or liberated or discharged at any electrode is directly proportional to quantity of electricity which you are passing through its aqueous solution or electrolytic solution. See here, I am passing 2 into 96,500 coulombs, then deposit 63 more. But when I pass 9,648, very less, amount of substance is also less. Correct? It means that it depends on the quantity of electricity which you are passing. If you pass more current for more time, then more liberation and more deposition. If you pass less current for less time, then less deposition and less liberation. It all depends on which one? Electricity which you are passing. That is nothing but Faraday's which law? First law. Am I right or not? Just go through that, check it out. Then we go for Faraday's which law? Second. A very important law to be given. It was Faraday's first law. Any doubts and difficulties with respect to Faraday's first law now? Almost 2 types of numericals on how much Faraday required, how much gram is deposited. Correct? So both the numerical is done. 3 numericals on either side, 2 numericals on this side. I hope difficulties are not there. Now side heading you write. Which law? Faraday's second law. There is no numericals, only statement. Faraday's second law. Faraday's second law. So in rough diagram you draw. Rough diagram, you need not take a scale and a pencil to draw this. Roughly you can draw. This is copper dissolved in copper sulfate. Yesterday I told electrode and electrolyte should contain which ion? Common ion. So this is silver dissolved in silver nitrate, AgNO3. What is common between Ag and AgNO3? Ag is common. Correct? So this is anode. At anode which reaction takes place? Oxidation. At cathode, reduction. Yesterday I told, clearly told, this is positive, this is negative. See here we have 2 different electrode and 2 different electrolytic solution. Correct? Roughly you draw. I don't want you people to draw with a pencil, rubber. It is just for your understanding. Look on the board. Here we have taken 2 electrolytic solution. One electrolytic solution containing copper sulfate. another electrolytic solution containing silver nitrate. Copper sulfate, here we have taken which electrode? Copper electrode. See, copper sulfate, what is common? Copper common, then reaction will definitely take place. What is common between Ag and AgNO3? Ag, silver is common, then the reaction will take place. One serves as which one? Anode, another serves as which one? Cathode. Both are connected in series. Both are connected in which one? Series, not parallel. They are connected in which one? Series, because same sulfate is coming. Imagine if I would pass same amount of current to both of them. Since only one battery is there, I have to pass same amount of current. Whatever the amount of substance here at anode, which reaction takes place? Oxidation. Then copper is liberated. Correct? Here which is deposited? Silver is deposited. It means that whenever you pass same amount of current in a two different electrolytic solution connected in which one? Series. I think amount of substance deposit directly proportional on equivalent weight. Yesterday only I told this. Whatever you pass the same amount of current. Yesterday W directly proportional to which one? Q. What is Q? Quantity of electricity. This was only one electrolytic solution, but today we have taken two different electrolytic solutions. Both are connected in which one? Series. When you take such case, if you pass same amount of current to both the solution, then amount of substance deposits or liberates directly proportional to its which weight? Equivalent weight. For example, W of copper is always equal to E of which one? Copper. If W of silver is there, then that will also be equal to E of which one? Silver. It means that how much amount of substance it deposits or liberates, that directly proportional to which mass? Equivalent mass. That is nothing but Faraday's which law? Second. Yesterday W directly proportional to Q. Today W directly proportional to which one? E. That is only the difference between Faraday's first law and Faraday's second law. All of you understood? Below. It states that double inverted comma, when same quantity of electricity is passed through, when same quantity of electricity is passed through different electrolytic solution, connected in series, put a comma, the weight of substance deposited at electrode in bracket W, bracket complete, is directly proportional to their chemical equivalent weight. In bracket E. Which two words are you underlining here? Weight of substance deposited and which chemical equivalent weight. Correct? Yes or no? Below, that is W directly proportional to which one? E. Am I right or not? Similarly, can I write W1 directly proportional to E1? See, because two solution I have taken. Solution number 1, solution number which one? 2. You can take any electrode. Instead of taking copper, you take iron. Instead of taking silver, you take zinc. Anything will work out. That's why I am not sticking on to copper and copper here. I am sticking on to W1 and which one? E1. Then can we write W2 is also proportional to E2? Don't think that only 2. You can take 3 also. Then W3 directly proportional to which one? E3. Am I right? Therefore, W1 upon W2 is equal to what we can write? E1 upon which one? E2. So this is the mathematical formula for which one? Faraday's second law. Am I right? Any doubts over here? So this completes which one? Faraday's which law? Laws of electricity. Both Faraday's first law as well as Faraday's second law. Numericals will come from Faraday's first law. Statement comes from Faraday's second law. Got the point? They don't ask any numerical from the Faraday's second law, and they don't ask any statement from the Faraday's first law. All of you got? Numericals are there. Be careful. All of you understood this one? Any doubts? So go through both the laws. Till we clean the board, then we go for the next concept. Yesterday I have given electrolytic cell, correct? What does it do? Which converts electrical energy into which energy? Chemical energy. You know, there are some cells which will convert chemical energy into electrical energy. Have you seen these cells? Yes or no? No. Seen these cells? There are some cells which will convert chemical energy into which energy? Electrical energy. Have you seen? No. Day to day your life you are using it. Your mobile phones are nothing but which cells? The cell which convert chemical energy into which energy? Electrical energy. You don't know. Am I right or no? The pencil cells which comes in the remote, those also will convert chemical energy into which energy? Electrical energy. You know, mobile phone batteries are made up of lithium ion battery. You might have seen. Am I right or no? Lithium, which is present inside. Which metal is present? Lithium. That undergoes either oxidation or reduction. By that you are getting some current. But you can recharge it. There are some cells which cannot be recharged. For example, watch cells. You use it, throw it. There are some cells which can be again and again recharged. Am I right or no? There are two types of cells always in the chemistry. One which converts chemical energy into which energy? Electrical energy. Another converts electrical energy back into chemical energy. One which converts electrical energy I am passing outside. From outside I am passing, but inside there are chemical reaction taking place. What that cell is called? Electrolytic cell. There are some cells in which so many reaction takes place. Outside you get a current. You can use it as a battery. You can generate a current from it. So those cells are supposed to be called, electrochemical cells. Electrolytic and electrochemical cells are exactly opposite. One converts chemical energy into electrical energy, nothing but electrochemical cell. One converts electrical energy into chemical energy, already discussed which one? Electrolytic cells. All of you understood. Today I will give the diagram of electrochemical cell. Tomorrow we will go for the explanation because it is very important. 3 mark logarithmic numerical are going to come. So I want every student to be present. That's why. Okay, below. Side heading. Electrochemical cell. You know what is the other name for this cell? It is supposed to be called as voltaic cell because you get voltage out of it, no? So that's why what is the other name for this one? Voltaic cell. It is exactly opposite of which cell? Electrolytic cell. Then you write the definition below. A cell which converts chemical energy into which energy? Electrical energy. See, by chemical reaction you can generate a current. Yes, obviously. Chemical energy into which energy? Electrical energy is called as which cell? Electrochemical cell. If you write chemical energy into electrical energy, then chemical energy into electrical energy, then electrochemical cell only. If you write electrical energy into chemical energy, then electrolytic cell. All of you understood? So below example, galvanic cell, or you can even call it as Daniel cell. Neat labeled diagram should be drawn now. I repeat, don't draw any rough diagrams. Neat labeled diagram has to be drawn. Tomorrow once again we are going to discuss the diagram again when we come back. Okay, so just to draw it, two chambers side by side, both having some electrodes dipped in it, but concept will not change, students, if the cell changes. At anode, which reaction should take place? Oxidation. At cathode, which reaction should take place? Reduction. So it is connected to some voltmeter to show the reading of current what we are getting from this. One is zinc dipped in zinc sulfate. See, concept will not change. Electrode and electrolyte should contain which ion? Common ion. It is containing. Then another one is copper. Should be dipped in which solution? Copper sulfate. So anode is a zinc with a negative sign. Cathode with a positive sign. That's why in the last diagram you see you have written anode positive, cathode negative, but here you are writing anode negative, cathode positive. Why? Because you already know electrochemical cell is exactly the reverse of electrolytic cell. Got the point? So therefore charge will, here electrons are generated from anode, that's why it is negative charge. Tomorrow I will explain it. So in between them there is some salt bridge to be drawn. I will explain it why this salt bridge is required in the tomorrow's class explanation. Then electrons will travel from where to where? Electrons were given at anode given. Anode given. Then where do we travel? Cathode. This is electron. Then you know where the current direction? Opposite. Why? Opposite to the direction of electron movement, current will be gone. No? So therefore, where is the direction of current? Exactly opposite. This is the direction of current. I think in physics you learned this one. If electron moves on the right side, where is the direction of current then? Exactly opposite. So this is all about the diagram of which cell? Daniel cell, or nothing but which cell? Galvanic cell, or nothing but which cell? Electrochemical cell, or nothing but this cell. What does it do? It converts lot of chemical energy into which energy? Electrical energy. Here you are getting some current deflection in the voltmeter. How much volt you are getting? 1.1 volt, 1.2 volt. You know, you cannot get maximum current out of it, but minimum current you can get it from that. Correct? That's why when you see those cells, when you touch them, you don't feel any shock. Correct? You see the cells you touch. Do you feel shock there? Mobile battery you touch, you feel shock? No. Why? because current which is obtained from these cells is very what? Less, hardly 1.6 volt maximum. Beyond that it is not possible to get. So such cells which converts chemical energy into electrical energy can also be called as which cell? Electrochemical cell. Tomorrow's class we are going to discuss the same thing again. Diagram with their explanation. Okay. Tell your friends not to miss the class tomorrow.